Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Star. I'm a 34-year-old mom who likes to play in makeup. And today I thought we would do a get ready with me using the ColourPop Limelight palette and some stuff that I've recently gotten. If that seems like something you're interested in, then just stay tuned. Okay, so I went ahead and used the Yerba Wake Up Eye Gel, and I went in with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot and I set my eyes. And now we're going to go in with the ColourPop Limelight palette. It looks like this. I haven't used this yet, so that's what it looks like. I think it's a very pretty spring color. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to start off with this shade down here, After Party. And I'm going to take that on a smaller type of brush. I'm going to go in with the Rephr 13 brush. I really like this. And I don't really know what I'm going to do today. We don't have any plans. It's like really rainy. And I wanted to talk to you guys about, so I recently did my low buy update. And I was telling you guys about how much I've spent so far and all of that. Well, I got to watching Whitney Hedrick. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. I started watching some of her older videos about when she was on her year-long no buy. And I've been subscribed to her for a while, well before that. I think I subscribed to her in 2017. And I think she did the no buy year 2019, right before the whole COVID thing happened. But I was rewatching some of her older videos, and she was giving me a lot of food for thought. For instance, the reason we spend money on makeup. And, I always knew I had a problem buying makeup. And I always knew sort of what my reasoning was behind buying it. But up until last year, I didn't do YouTube. So there was no reason for me to buy as much as I did back then. And, she made some good points. So I think one of her points are, and if I can link the video down below, I will. I don't know if I'm able to do that since I'm such a small channel, but you're bored. You buy makeup because you're bored. That's a huge one for me. I will just be sitting there doing nothing, procrastinating when I should be doing laundry or dishes or something. We've all been there. And you're scrolling through Instagram, right? And you're seeing all these new releases drop and you're like, ooh, I want to have that. I want to have that. I did this even before I had a YouTube channel. So I would just get on there and I would just purchase. And my thing was it's just one $30 palette. It's not like I'm buying $100 worth of stuff, at once. But I would do that a couple times a week. Oh, here's the $30 here. Here's $30 here. Maybe it would be $15, $20. And then before you know it, by the end of the month, it was an obscene amount of money, all because I was bored. And it's not just I don't just buy from boredom. I buy when I'm stressed. So I get on and I'm like, oh, I'm stressed. I've had a bad day. I deserve, we deserve something. Girl, we don't. That's not how that works. We don't deserve it just because we've had a bad day. What we need to be doing is focusing more on ourselves and our self-care. And she had brought up all these points, and I've been feeling this way for a long time, but of course she puts it into a lot, explains it so much better than I could. And it just, rewatching her videos, and I think I've only watched so she has a whole playlist. I am drinking the Bang Star Blast. I've actually never tried this flavor, but it's really good. Anyway, so I've been feeling like this for a while. I have all this makeup and I just buy more and I don't use what I already have. And this year, I decided I wanted to stop doing that because I have so much stuff in here that I love. And one of her other videos talked about inventorying your entire collection, how much your makeup collection is worth versus how much you actually use on a day-to-day basis, and then how much, you've never even touched. Stuff that, you bought and have literally only used it once or twice. So I've been going through that. Now, I'm not there with the numbers yet to give you guys any kind of like hard and, facts on how much it, costs now. But it's a lot. It's an obscene amount. I'm going to go into the shade Miami right here. And this is just going to be a super chill get ready with me. I kind of just want to talk about this because I probably should have talked more about it on my actual low buy, no buy update. But I hadn't. So another reason she says, of course, you buy makeup is you get good reviews on them. And that's like my thing. I'm scrolling through my YouTube feed, and when something releases, there's like literally 10, 11, 12 videos from all the people that I like watching, and they're reviewing the same thing. And then it's like, oh, every single one of the people that I watch, maybe only one person doesn't like it, but all the rest of them love it. So I need it because I'm going to love it too, right? Like, this hasn't been such a big thing for me in like the last couple of years because, to be honest, most of the crap that people like on YouTube, I do not like. So this one didn't really get me now, but it used to get me when I started out. So I first started watching like makeup content and stuff in like 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. And like if somebody reviewed something, it was like I needed it. And so that got me a lot back then. But now the main thing that still gets me, the thing that still gets me now that she talks about is the gotta catch them all. For instance, with ColourPop, there are so many releases always. They do what, like 2 releases a week now? And everybody wants to collect it. But it's like, it's like she says over and over and over again, makeup expires. And it does. It really does. And what's the purpose of collecting every single palette there is when you're going to have to turn around and get rid of it in a couple of years? It's not going in the grave with you. It's just not. You're not going to pass it down to your kids. I have 3 boys. They're not even going to use my makeup. They're not going to come down here and put stuff on their face. So I'm not even saving it for my daughters to play in or anything because I have no daughters. Guys, I'm not liking this palette. Just first impressions. This Miami shade is not very pigmented. It is blending away. The other shade was, they pretty much mesh together. I know this is meant to be like a lighter pastel-y palette. I'm going to go back in with the Refer brush and the shade After Party. My dog's coming and she's hitting my tripod again. But anyway, so yeah, so a lot of the reasons she gives are like lots of the reasons that I had so much trouble sticking with a low buy or a no buy, because this year was not the first year that I've tried this. It's literally just the only year that I've been, right now I'm going to say, successful. Because last year I said I was going to do it, and then I got caught up in the Instagram of it all, and I didn't do well. I think I tried to do it the year before last, and it didn't work with me. So I've been trying to examine what made this year different. What made it different this year than all the other years I said I was going to do this. And the simple fact of the matter is my collection is insane. Not only do I not need anything else, it's at the point now where I don't want anything else. There is nothing that could possibly come out on the market right now that I do not have the same thing or something so similar, or things that I could use together to get the same exact thing that's on the market. It's just not. I have hundreds of these colors in my collection right now. It's not even a lie. As a matter of fact, I can tell you right off the top of my head that this eyeshadow look that I'm doing reminds me so much of the Made by Mitchell palette that I did a video on a couple of months ago. Same exact colors. Did I need this? No. Now, I also did not buy this. This was a gift from my husband for Valentine's Day. He gave me the Huda stuff and then some ColourPop stuff. But that's not the point, neither here nor there. I've bought 4 palettes this year. That's all. I'm trying to stick to the 12 But realistically, next year, what I want to do is I want to do a complete no buy. And so how does that work for my channel? Because obviously, one, I'm a small channel. But the thing about being a small channel is I'm not going to get makeup in to review to get you guys fast enough that a bigger YouTuber hasn't already got there. By the time I get stuff to like review and to play with, it's already been all over YouTube. You've already seen a million eye looks with this. Now, why would I be doing YouTube then if my goal isn't to get all the new stuff? I have been thinking about like my niche in the internet and what do I want? Number one, I think I started doing this because when I'm gone, I want my kids to be able to sit down and like watch videos of me. Yeah, they're makeup videos. Is it like something that, no, but when I'm gone, they have like videos of me. They have, yes, they have memories of me and all that kind of stuff, but they also are going to have videos. They can see me on there. So that's one of the reasons. The second reason is I'm a mom. And I know a lot of people don't like to mix makeup and talking about motherhood. And that's fine. If you're one of those people, dude, this probably isn't the place for you. I mean, it just isn't. Because I have decided that my little like spot in YouTube is going to be talking to moms who love wearing makeup, who like playing it, who like color, who want functionality and who want affordable stuff, who don't wear fake eyelashes, and whose lives are crazy, whose kids are going to spit on them, but they still want to have fun. They still want to be pretty. They still want to self-care. Like, that is who I'm speaking to in the community. So what does that mean for my channel? Occasionally, you're going to see new stuff. Is it going to be all the time? Are the new releases going to be the best? Like, am I going to review the stuff as soon as they come out? No, that's not going to be me. But that was never going to be me anyway because I'm so small. I don't get PR, anything like that to get it out fast enough. So you're just going to have to like me to watch me. It's just kind of how it is. And there's nothing wrong with not having new stuff all the time because we can still talk and play and have fun in makeup and it doesn't always have to be about what's new. All right, so I think I'm going to go in with the shade. I'm going to go in with the palms and I'm going to go in with Booked on the inner half. And I'm not going to spray these because I want to see how they work. All right, but so I've been watching a lot more of that content. I know this year she's doing like the high maintenance energy stuff. And I've been watching those again too because, I mean, the girl makes point. A smart, intelligent woman that's talking to you about makeup. You got to go check her out if you don't already subscribe. But like, there's so many, like she talks about all the stuff that you don't need to buy any more of. So like bundles. And how they get you with the whole spend money, save money thing. But if you're only going to use one or two of the product, even if you use all of them, that's not what you originally wanted. You may have only wanted one product. So she's right. And so a lot of the things that I have not bought this year has been bundles. I'm not into the, for instance, and this is like a right now thing. I wanted to buy the Melt Gemini 2 palette. All right. And I did. I bought the Melt Gemini 2 palette, but they had that sale with the 20% off and you could bundle the new reformulated Gemini and the Gemini 2. Well, I already have the Gemini. Well, it's the old formulation. It's old. The packaging's not going to match, blah, blah, blah. It used to get me. So that would have got me months ago. That would have gotten me and I would have purchased both of them and I would have had the same palette twice. And I don't even use my old Gemini palette enough to justify buying another one, but I would have, absolutely would have. But I didn't do that this time. I just bought the Melt 2, the new Gemini 2, and I still use that 20% off code. And did I save as much? No, but you know what? It saved me in the long run because I don't need two palettes of the same thing. Like, they literally are trying to get you with that. So, and it's not just the bundles. Like, she talks about highlighter, and this is absolutely true. How many different colored highlighters can you come out with? At this point, I have them all. Are there different formulas out there? Sure. You got them in cream, you got them in liquid, you got them in powder, you got them blah, 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 duochromes, whatever. We don't need them. We already have them. I have 80-something highlighters. There's nothing that's going to come out right now that's going to be any different than what I have in there, except the brand that it comes from. And it's true. And the reason I'm talking to you guys, even though you guys need to go watch her video, is none of this is like my own thought. But it's made me think so much about my own habits and what I'm doing and how ridiculous, like, it is. Okay, so I am going to go off camera, do the rest of my face, and come back because this video is already long and I don't want it to be too long. And then we'll come back and do the rest of the eyes and I'll put on lip. Right, so I just went ahead and did my base and powdered, and we'll just go ahead and do like bronzer and stuff on camera. I thought I'd just come back and already have my face done, but I still do kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit more. So as far as like when I started this, when I made my list of what my inventory was, like as far as not numbers of pricing, but just like how many of everything I had. And what I decided this year was I wasn't focusing on minimalizing my collection. I was more focusing on not making it bigger, using what I have. But I didn't mean like using up in this huge project pan style, which I do have a project pan going on, but it wasn't my focus this year just to use stuff up. It was just to get to know my collection better, because that's something that I don't have. Like, I don't know my own collection. It's so huge at this point. You're talking 300 and something palettes, over 300 and something lipsticks, like 100 blushes. Like, there's no way I could possibly know my collection, because I could use one eyeshadow palette every day of the year. How are you going to learn your collection and what you like with just one day of that palette and then moving on to the next? You just can't. So I had to be okay with realizing that this year, a lot of my stuff just isn't going to get used. And what's the point of it is that I know I don't like liquid highlighter. I know I don't like liquid highlighter. Why do I have like 20 of them? I don't know. I don't like liquid highlighter. So my point for this was to use things, get to know my collection, and then know what not to buy any more of, because I don't need, because I don't use them. So that's kind of where I went with this whole year. But I just knew that while I was at the place where I wanted to stop buying so much, I didn't want to go not buying anything, because that's not the place I am right now. I'm hoping that this journey is going to let me get there next year, where I buy nothing and then I can really focus hard on like project pan stuff. And if that's not like the direction you guys are interested in seeing, like, I understand that. I'm gonna try to do is like mini tutorials and fun things and like talk about, you know, mama stuff and all of that. But, you know, I do want to pan next year. Now, you're not going to see a million videos with the same stuff over and over again, because I have a crap ton of stuff I can use on camera that you never are going to have to see anything but probably foundation and concealer that'll be the same. And I have an obscene amount of foundation too. And that stuff, like she said, it expires. So I'm going back and I'm re-watching all of her stuff. And to be honest, I'm probably going to watch it another time. So that'll like 3 times, 4 times. I'm probably going to watch it all year to keep reminding myself of what I don't need. And like I said, this isn't a new concept. Plenty of people have done. This was the Essence, the Glowing Golds Baked Luminous Bronzer in the shade Live Life Golden. I was pretty sure I was going to declutter this, but after using it, I have found that I really, really like it. So, and then we are going to go in with my Ciate blush that is in my project pan, because I'm really loving this color right now. It's Summer Lovin', or Summer Love. But yeah, so I'm going to rewatch her videos all over again. And I'm not doing the whole unsubscribe from emails, and I'm not doing the whole unsubscribe from Instagram. I'm just going to remember that when I like a picture, it doesn't have to be those products. Like, I don't have to go out and pick up that eyeshadow palette to make that look. And it's like she says, buying the stuff's not going to make you any happier with your looks. And that is the main thing I have been thinking of all year. These products, buying a new highlighter, buying a new bronzer, buying a new eyeshadow palette, it's exactly that. It's still me. You have to look in the mirror and learn to love yourself. And you know what? I do. I mean, I've never been like, I mean, we've all been through stages. Like right now, I've gained a good bit of weight. But am I like depressed over my looks? No. Do I think I look amazing? No. But I mean, I'm like pretty self-secure. I have pretty okay self-esteem. So I'm not buying it because I think it's going to change my entire like look, the way I look. Like this foundation is not all of a sudden going to make my skin like bam out there like the most flawless thing. But so I've just been focusing on, you know, pretty much all of that. And then just remembering like this whole process for me, like I say, it's just meant to be for fun. Fun does not mean that I need to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. For instance, last year at this time, this is April 16th. This time last year, April 16th, I was already rouge. I'm trying to find a highlighter. I'm going to use this Persona one. Remember the one that's broke, so I got to be extra careful. I was already rouge at Sephora. I was already diamond. Diamond's higher than platinum, right? At Ulta. And that's an obscene amount of money. In 4 months, I had already spent that much money that I was both rouge and platinum. And the amount of color pop that I'm pretty sure that I bought was probably as much as getting diamond at Ulta. I'm going in with the Makeup Revolution, the watermelon. I can't stand the way this smells. I just can't. I don't like watermelon scented crap. So why did I buy it? Why did I buy it? I think about this because it was on sale. Because I was scoping through the sale section. I'm like, oh, look at how much stuff I can get for what I would have paid for like one thing. That is another thing that gets me. Sale. They just do. More than the bundles ever got me, the sales get me. And the sale section at Ulta is like the bane of my existence now because I can't get on there and look at all the sales. I'm like, oh, look at all the new drugstore makeup I could try. Not only is drugstore makeup already cheap, but look at how much cheaper I could get this stuff. So I'm going in with the color sticks. I got 2 colors. I got the shade Bussin' and the shade Bright Lights. I don't know what either one of these look like. I don't think I've even opened them. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And these are the only things that I bought from that collection because, to be honest, I shouldn't have bought this collection. I knew I shouldn't have bought it when my husband gave me the green light to place an order. But I did anyway. I want to go in with the color. Let's go in with this one. Which one was it? The Bussin'. It's a creamy matte. And I'm going to use this as an eyeliner. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it is very creamy. Oh, I like that actually. I have a couple of these. I got the Limoncello collection of these when they came out, and they were nice too. But I mean, have I used them? No. I'm going to go back in with that matte shade, the After Party. And I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I don't claim to at all. And dude, I'm totally still making mistakes. For instance, I've already blown the foundation goal this year. So my goal is right now not to buy any more. Do I know that I'm not I have no idea. I have no idea. I just know that so far, this many months in, I've done way better this year than I did last year. And I'm proud of myself for that. My goal wasn't to like do something so huge. It was just try to like better. So for instance, like I don't need to continue to buy as many colorful palettes. I work in a school system. Granted, it's only 180 days out of the year, but I mean, you get what, 70 something summer days and then vacation days that I can play with color. I can't play with it as much as I could last year when I was just a stay-at-home mom. So, and when I say just a stay-at-home mom, I don't mean like that's nothing. I mean, stay-at-home moms do a crap ton. I just meant that I could play with color all the time then and didn't have to worry because either I wasn't going anywhere or where I was going, it didn't matter, like Walmart, Target, whatever. So, but I want to know, do you guys watch Whitney Hedrick? Do you have any other suggestions on content that's somewhat similar to hers. I know Hannah Louise Poston did a whole like no buy year, and I like her, but her aesthetic and stuff is not really my vibe. So I mean, I have watched her and stuff, but if you guys have any like other YouTubers that I should watch, just list them in the comments for me, because I'd love to check them out. Or are you a YouTuber and you're doing like a low buy, no buy year? Do you have content like that? Like, let me know. Are you a panner? Because like, I'm trying to find, I'm not unsubbing from like all the people I follow on YouTube, but I'm also not gonna watch videos that are like full face the new products. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. I want to watch content where people actually do tutorials on the makeup, where they show you step by step how to do stuff. I want to play in makeup, you know what I mean? Like, I want, and I do subscribe to some people that do like tutorials, like I think Nook does a lot of tutorials. Make Me Up Missa, and she's a good one because she doesn't keep a lot of makeup and buy a lot of makeup. She uses what she has to make these crazy, insane, beautiful looks, and she doesn't need a lot to do that. And that's the thing, like, all of this stuff that you see on Instagram, you have to practice to do it. It's not even about like just buying the makeup. The makeup itself is not going to give you these looks. It's your abilities. And the only way to do that is to practice. Now, I do have to say, when I was filming reels very, very heavily, I got better at makeup because I was doing my makeup 2-3 times a day, doing pictures, posting reels, all that. I would do my makeup, I'd wash it off, I'd go do another one, and I got good at like winged eyeliner, and like, you know, my blending skills were better, and then I quit doing all that. And I haven't lost everything, but it's also not as good as it was. And so my goal, especially during the summertime, is just to get back on, film these looks, wipe them off, do them again. Will you see them on YouTube? Maybe. Will you not? Sometimes you won't. Like, sometimes it'll be a reel. Sometimes it'll be nothing. It'll just be a picture that's on my phone that I don't do anything with. I'm thinking from now on, like, a lot. Now, it's not going to help me grow any. I understand that. I'm not on YouTube for millions of subscribers. I am at 34, almost 35. Oh, and that's just never, I'm not going to have millions of followers. I know that. I mean, I'll be happy with 500, 400 on YouTube. Like, I think I'm up to like 750 on Instagram. Like, that's fine. If those are the only people that ever see my stuff, I'm good with that. I'm not here to like make it big. None of my ideas are revolutionary. I'm also not trying to like piggyback on her idea and pretend like any of the stuff that I talked about today is my own. It's not. It all came from Whitney, but she's right. And just because that stuff was filmed in 2019 does not mean that it's still not relevant today, and it doesn't mean that the people still aren't struggling with that stuff. Like, and we need to rewatch it, and we really still need a wake-up call. The beauty community is so oversaturated. The way she talks about it being oversaturated in 2019 and the way it is oversaturated now in 2022 is like a million times more. It just is. But her stuff is still so valid. And my goal really is the things that I'm thinking of, not buying from influencer brands, because I don't need to. I don't need to test out a whole bunch of new products from new brands or brands I've never tried before. Like, I did this whole thing where I wanted to try 5 new indie makeup brands this year, and I've since decided that I don't know if I actually really want to do that. Because I have formulas I love from, you know, companies that are great. I don't need to buy more from them. I don't need to like buy brand new stuff. Will it happen, you know, occasionally here and there? I'm sure. But for instance, I want to show you right now. I have not bought any of these this year, with the exception of this one, which I'm panning, not that I bought this year, but with the exception of this one, these are all of my eyeliners that I pulled out that I have not even touched. Some of them are still in packaging. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lip liners. 10 lip liners that I have not even freaking touched. And I've had them. Like, they've been sitting in here. Some of these for an entire year, and I've not even used them. It's ridiculous. Why? Why do I have them? All right, this is my little, like, lipstick stuff that I'm trying to use. And I want to go in with the ABH Crush. I told you guys I'm trying to use it up. Just because I know it's getting old. That's another thing. Like, a lot of my lipstick and stuff, it's going to expire soon. And I wasted all of that money. And it's going to expire before I get to use it. All right. So this is the completed look. Guys, what do you think? The ColourPop palette, I like it. I didn't need it. I shouldn't have bought it. Is it worth you guys buying? Yeah, if you don't have this color story a million times over and you like ColourPop formula, it's a nice, decent, solid palette. It's good ColourPop quality. Is it the best ColourPop palette I've ever tried? No. But, I mean, I like it. The look turned out pretty. It's nothing revolutionary. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, if you like what I talked about. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't and you're like, hey, this is totally not going to be what I'm going to want to watch. It's fine. Either way, I know what you guys want to see. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you get all of my future uploads. Please don't forget to go follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, all of my social medias at StarlightBeauty3. Remember, guys, makeup, it's just for fun. It's not meant to be judgmental, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.